take a hold is like an anchor to the grave, and I can see it in your face. It's in the way you look at me every time that my soul starts to. There's an emptiness that just seems to flow throughout the very core of all that unknown. The numbing of all I am, just to make me your own. You can't tell me what it's like to be alone. The fear that you've let take a hold is like an anchor to the grave, and I can see it in your face. It's in the way you look at me every time that my soul starts to blink, and it's just pain you give to me. Skin you used to feel something, cut open by your knife just to watch me bleed. Now a desire I don't want just makes your hate grow. You'll never know what it's like to kiss a stone. The fear that you've let take a hold is like an anchor to the grave, and I can see it in your face. It's in the way you look at me every time that my soul starts to blink, and it's just pain you give to me.
Goddamn laptop crashed 5 fucking seconds into stream, which is always a great start. It's been crashing with ferocious regularity lately. Probably the moment I get the last vocal recording for the new Binary Order album, it will crash beyond repair. But welcome to the Binary Order stream, ladies and gentlemen. of the 1st of March. As always, I have no idea what day it is until I look. But we are back with... oh, shit. Shattered Memories, Silent Hill. Where was we last time? Yes, I think I'm quite near the end of this now. But I have something else lined up if we do complete it early. But let's get straight in. Make sure these fucking levels are correct. And the song's just looping. Great. As is tradition, I'm never able to start any of these without issues. The laptop will probably crash halfway through, but, you know, God willing. Where are we with... there we go. Alright. Got sound. Everything's good. So yes, because the save system in this just decides to not work, which is great, we are going from save states.
Now I can almost...
Right. So yes, I remember last time I was playing this, it got left at the beginning of a therapy session, which is the best parts of this game, if not maybe the only good part of the game. That's pretty harsh. The story's decent, from what I remember. But anyway, this therapy session apparently tackles the subject of sex, so that's a great fucking start. Let's see what it has for us. And also the fucking like audio levels in this are a nightmare. So I'm gonna try and get this at this level.
All this talking, and we still haven't touched on the sex thing. That's what you're thinking. Aren't all psychiatrists supposed to be obsessed with sex? It's not us. It's you.
Yeah, I've heard
You're
that before.
obsessed with not having sex. Come on, let's have some fun. See the pictures on the table. I want you to divide them up. The ones you think are a sexual symbol go on the left. The ones that aren't, the right.
This is such my like fucking kryptonite. Like I hate all this stuff. Okay, right, whatever. But anyway, I love Rorschach's. Anyone that knows me or seen the binary order art that I've done, there's a lot with that, so that's a cool start from here. I mean, that just looks like a uterus straight away, and but none of these are sexual, but because the question's being framed as being sexual, I'm viewing them all as sexual. My god, what fucking start. At least it's Sunday. I don't do anything after this. What is this one? I've never seen Rorschach's with colour in them. It's quite cool. These all look like skulls to me. Not that one. That looks like a grasshopper or a mosquito. Okay, well this one clearly is meant to look like a uterus. So this one just looks like a skull. Luckily none of them look like penises. That's that's good. Alright. That looks like a skull of... you always see it in like American or Mexican deserts. I think like a horse skull. I mean, some people might find horse skulls sexual. I personally don't. So they're going in the non-sexual section. This just looks like a dung beetle. Looks like some kind of vase. Grasshopper, as mentioned earlier. I don't know what that looks like. I suppose the pink bit at the top kind of looks like the... it's not a dream catcher. It's like the necklaces that Native Americans wear. Head looks like... well, that character from Dragon Ball Z. He's like a robot, and I swear he's light blue. So it looks like a Dragon Ball Z character, which is not sexual. Alright, great. Yeah, there we go. I could essentially put that in the non-sexual one as well, but it does clearly look like a uterus. Alright. Yes.
Good. Of course, the constant partner of sex, the other side of the same coin, is death. Sex is death. It's a leap into the void, the great loss of self, the tiger in space.
I hate
a plea
all this
for annihilation.
lofty-
To deny sex is to deny death itself.
lofty sex bullshit.
You know, people who are getting enough don't need analysis.
I don't think that's
You
true.
Clearly,
I
are
think a lot of
not
porn
getting
stars
enough.
are in therapy, so
Let's see this through to the end.
I kind of wanted to do the other side with the death things. But alright, we're back to the actual gameplay now. How will those decisions impact my playthrough? Let's find out. Where even fucking was I? Oh yeah, going towards the lighthouse. So yeah, I have something else lined up. I'm probably going to play it anyway, depending on when this ends, because it's not long and I'll probably have a lot to say about it. I have a lot to say about everything, so I mean, I could put anything on and yeah, nonsense endlessly. Is it in here? Oh, modelled and inside. Alright, yes. Okay. I think my biggest takeaway from playing this is how fucking annoying the multiple presses for everything. And the fact the key was there. This door didn't need to be locked at all. It was just for, like, the sake of having some kind of interaction. Right, great. A+ gameplay. But there's a amusement park in Sweden called Grundleland or Grottiland or whatever. I think I spoke about it last week. And this area looks a lot like it. Oh, this is the thing from the intro with the little girl when she's like, I love my daddy. There we go. Do I get the camera out? Ugh, okay. I just want to listen to that goddamn message, right? Messages. A-trippers? Why does it? Here we go.
Why does he have to kill the dragon?
It was gonna eat the princess.
Maybe he was hungry. Maybe she was a bad princess.
Knights save princesses. That's how it works.
Guess.
Not all knights. Not the Dark Knight, Batman. I suppose Batman saves princesses. Does he? Maybe. But perhaps not. Right. So I've obviously got to get this open somehow. Oh, here we go. Oh, really enjoying this, as you can tell. I've just got to keep pulling this until it does the thing that I want it to, which is obviously going to be opening that swan thing. Why is this not spinning now? Can I only do it once? I guess I can only do it once. Or can I? What? Do I have to exit out and come back in every time I want to do this? No, it just wasn't working. Oh, that's right. Okay, great. I go over this. Yes, I can. Right into the Tunnel of Love, which is obviously not going to relate to that therapy session, is it? Okay.
I swear these swans are the same ones. Remember the date? You were so quiet.
I was nervous. I drank half my dad's liquor cabinet to relax myself.
It wasn't the last time a date started with you dead drunk.
Sorry. So, would it be too pushy to ask for a kiss?
Since you were such a gentleman, I don't see why not.
Please remain inside your carriage. This ride has been temporarily halted due to a guest in the tunnel.
But they want us to stay put? Is it safe?
I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up.
What an odd conversation. He didn't seem too into him, and he was admittedly quite drunk, but no. Different strokes for different folks, I imagine. I don't know, like maybe this shitty love tunnel would be quite fun drunk. But me personally, whenever I drink, I kind of just want to watch Schwarzenegger movies, so I'll just be going along here thinking about The Running Man, which I do on most of my dates, actually. I spend most of my dates wishing I was at home watching The Running Man. Which probably says a lot of it. Well, so what am I doing? Where am I? Where am I? Can I... Have I got to take... Oh, goddamn. Nope. Is it you? It's making more noise in this direction. There's like nothing here. Or is it something up there that I missed? Must be. Oh god. Alright, great, yeah. All of this just to get on this fucking swan. Right, can I get in it now? No. Alright, I guess I'm not getting on the swan after
I
all.
wanted to watch you being happy.
Do we look happy?
Let's go. I don't know why you're mad at her.
Do you actually not ride the swan? Oh. Maybe I'll ride it out here. What a disappointment. Right, is it this way? No. Oh, right, okay, finally get into the lighthouse. Or maybe not. Maybe just to a boat. Went the fucking long way round.
Harry, I thought you'd turn up.
Why?
It's party time, and I'm the party queen.
I mean, this doesn't
Help yourself to refreshments.
really look
What is
like
this
a
place?
party.
It's a boat. It's like a car, but goes on water.
Huh.
Float this baby out into the middle of the lake, and we can do whatever we like. No one to tell us what to do.
I need to get to the lighthouse.
Well, it can do that too. For a price.
My daughter is there. I need to be there.
Harry, always with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I remember when you were a fun-loving guy.
We're talking about my daughter, damn it!
Okay.
I still hate that stupid jacket he's wearing. Has she got a boating license? I mean, is that even... I don't think I'm ever going to get an answer to that.
We'll be at the lighthouse in about 20 minutes. It's a slow boat.
You not need to drive it? You just,
You know
like,
what's
put the
happening.
accelerator on and just
I
hope
know
it gets
a lot of
there.
things.
Need another half of it. I've seen you die. I've seen a woman with the same name twice your age. She said she was my wife. Every step I take, Cheryl gets further away.
But now she's at the lighthouse. Nowhere else to go.
Who are you, Dahlia?
I already told you. I'm the lay of your life. Your salvation and your curse.
Yeah, they all say that.
I taste sweet, don't I?
So hopefully they skip the sex scene here. No, maybe not. I fucking hate sex scenes in like media in general, but especially in video games. I remember Mass Effect were doing it. Like, watch these two awkward 3D models bump into each other, quite literally. I suppose I was saved from the worst of that, I suppose, with the fade out. There's a lot of obvious jokes to make there about waking up next to a woman when she hasn't got her makeup on the morning after, but I am above those jokes. I'm just going to reference them rather than make them. Still, that shit happens to me as a man with curly hair. I wake up looking very different. Right, okay, so I'm just running along the water now. Where's he got his shirt from? Yes.
Harry, stop!
No! It's too late now.
You don't know what you're doing!
Right, great chat. This is going to be like the stairs in Mario 64, where you just run endlessly and you don't actually get anywhere, as was the style at the time. She really looks like someone, and I can't figure out who it is. Not going to reply to that, okay. Ugh. This is so stupid. Like I've said this every week I play this, a lot of this game just hinges on the fact that you find it scary. And if you don't, it's kind of like a lot of nothing. Well, the gameplay anyway. I pressed that, fuck off. Oh my god. I can't even run, like, perpendicular to these guys. I think I'm meant to get overwhelmed here. I fucking pressed that. I pressed it. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to get overwhelmed. I'm going to end up at the lighthouse. At least I hope so. Because if I'm meant to do this, this is bullshit. I'm absolutely pressing these buttons. Don't tell me. Okay, yeah, you are meant to get overwhelmed. Trope in video games I hate. I am going to save it, actually, just in case. Well, oh, I thought he was going to die. I was going to say at least he died with... oh my god, what am I... What? Why can't I just press forward? Do I actually have to mash X and... Mashing these two buttons instead of holding forward is greatly increasing. Mashing 2 buttons while holding a third to look down is greatly increasing the the immersion in this game. This is so fucking lame. I bet if I was on the Wii, I'd have to waggle. So at least I'm not on the Wii. Man, I need a fucking Mad Catz turbo button for doing this shit. Like, if I'm playing Mario Party, I can put up with this. But I'm not playing Mario Party. Oh my god, come on! Pressing them faster or slower doesn't seem to make him swim faster or slower. Is it just a cutscene that he's trying to do the fucking Metal Gear Solid 4 thing before Metal Gear Solid 4? Where you get worn out as the character gets worn out. Which admittedly, despite not being a Kojima fan, I did actually quite like. That's an arrestable offense.
I'm not here to stop you. I didn't have to fish you out of the water, did I?
Stop talking! You can't talk me out of this!
I mean,
I'm
kind of
not
did.
here to stop you. I pulled your file at the station. I told you that, right? If you're telling the truth, this doesn't make sense. But I think you are telling the truth. I believe you think you're Harry Mason. Hell, I believe you are Harry Mason. But
Okay.
Harry Mason was killed in a car crash 18 years ago. You want answers? I guess they're waiting in there.
That's the lighthouse?
Nothing's quite what you expect, is it?
Welcome to my life.
First thing tomorrow, I'm gonna hand in my badge. I don't think I'm cut out for police work. Not in this town. Good luck.
Why not?
Thanks.
Hand in your badge now. Off she goes into the wilderness of this seemingly small island. Okay. Snow effects. Very nice in this. Hardcore effects, I suppose. I imagine it's just an overlay. Okay, what bullshit awaits me in this Twin Peaksian, David Lynchian, I suppose is the better word. Okay, what are you? Great. I can't remember the last time. Oh, go. All right.
This is going nowhere. I'm spelling it out, but you're not listening. Your troubled school days? How you're conflicted about marriage? Your denial of death? The unfounded guilt? Abnormal sexuality? 18 years of denial. A whole universe of fantasy in that thick skull of yours.
Man, this is
skull
a bit too
containing
close to home.
of repression. Blind children clutching photos in the dark. Pale freaks goggle-eyed from watching home movies on loop.
A holy war waged in my name.
The term is complicated grief. But it's simple, isn't it? A young girl. Her parents don't get along. She blames herself, as all children do. Then daddy dies. What's a girl to do? Deny that daddy died. Deny who daddy was. What 7-year-old actually knows who their parents are anyway? So she obsesses and obsesses over this fantasy dad propping
Wish
up
he
her
would stop
make-believe with
moving.
scraps of a happy life that never was, scraps of a father who never existed. Wake up!
I knew that glass was going to get thrown. I should have called it.
Your dad wasn't a hero. Wasn't your knight in shining armor. He was a human being. You never knew him. And you never will.
The David Lynchian
Dad,
twist.
walking around in your head isn't even a ghost. He never existed. A Frankenstein's monster, a child's fantasy. But you're alive. Your mother is alive. She's not the monster you make her out to be. You need to live your life. Cheryl.
Why did you have to die? It wasn't my fault. Someone has to take the blame.
Forget me. The fact that he said forget me instead of forgive me, quite powerful. Well done, I suppose. God, that was a fucking short game. So when I was looking for the artwork to use for the thumbnail for the stream, I came across an article that says something about multiple endings. So I suppose people could play it multiple times if you've got replayability. But, I mean, this is the second time I've played it, so I guess it has got replayability.
What the hell are you filming me for? Am I supposed to dance for you? Be a good girl for Daddy. Go get him another drink, will you?
He's really got Harrison Ford
Give me a damn beer.
vibes.
No wonder I drink with a family like this.
There we go, right. So, from what I remember, this little readout here is based on your answers. I remember it being quite accurate at the time, 2009, when I first played this. This song will probably get me copyright striked. And it was a good job I had that other thing lined up over like half an hour long stream. Right. Transcribing my notes on the patient. Overall, an interesting case in these notes. I shall restrict myself to more general observations on the personality and behavioural aspects demonstrated during our time together. That was a long sentence. Detailed discussions of delusions, etc., will be saved for a more specific addendum. Thinks herself as a good thinker, in the sense of relying on a trusting in logic, strong personality, and sense of self-belief. See, this kind of stuff can be written so vague that everyone can relate to it. So I'm reluctant to be like, oh, that is like me. But it is a little bit. Relying on a trusting in logic, strong personality, and sense of self-belief would love to be referred to with superlatives, such as genius, innovator. I read that as super laxatives initially. Seems to enjoy being given a problem and going to work with it. That is very true. Not so crazy about the floppier, more cuddlier parts of life. Alright, maybe this is quite accurate. Can sometimes offend others. I mean, this is like 1 for 1 now. But not prepared to compromise. I don't know. It's weird because, as I said, this is like generic, and it's like a star sign. Like it's generic enough that everyone relate to it, but that is very accurate to me. Clams up a bit when we get into sex. Seems commitment adverse, or at least seems to struggle with the idea of a lifelong partner or family. Not out of any great desire to seek pleasure. Patience, sexual history, and fantasies. Very dull, very plain. I mean, I'm not even going to comment on that. Sometimes called quiet. That's not accurate. Pride, self, and being focused. Yes, when working towards goals and objectives. Very good at avoiding distractions, whether they are. Yeah, I don't procrastinate at all. Has aspects of addictive personality. Might sometimes overindulge. Okay. Taste on occasion. Why not indeed? Fucking hell. This is like 9 out of 10 hitting me so far. Organised. Thinks others would criticise for being too old-fashioned in some beliefs. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. That one's now on the head. Feel myself getting a bit bored just writing this down. Yeah, thanks. Patient in one word. Dependable. I mean, that's how others would view me. That's up to them. Summing up, I'm sure Patient will get back. Lots of uncovered ground. Don't believe we've seen everything yet. Might be worth going back to the start and re-examining for the benefit of what we know now. So play the game again. I'm really tempted, I think Patient will agree, I'm really tempted to look up an ending on YouTube and see if this is just like the same for everyone. It's weird that you can't scroll. Oh, you can scroll through it. So this bit was nonsense. Sometimes called quiet. I don't think anyone I've ever met has called me quiet or thought I was quiet at all. Pride self and being focused and working towards goals. That's very accurate. This bit I'm not even prepared to get into on stream. Things to enjoy, be given a problem and going to work with it. That is very, very, very true. I like having problems and stuff to solve and fix. I go fucking stir crazy when I haven't got a project, I suppose. Man, this is weird. But overall, the game did not adapt as much as I remember it doing. But then again, you only see your own playthrough. You don't see what the other playthroughs would be. Like last week, I had to reload that bit and like the ambulance changed to a car for like no fucking reason. There seems to be a lot of loose ends in it. It's weird. Man, there are a lot of people worked on this for how short it was. Like the nurse that like I killed or died somehow. Like I don't know what that was all about. But I am actually... Let's see if I can get an ending up. See what it says for someone else. Battered memories. There's a video of all the different endings. Oh, the ending. Appears to be completely different from the looks of this. He's still wearing the Hawaiian shirt in this. Damn it. So, what? Oh, there's a little stinger. Okay. I think this is a good ending. It feels like a good ending. Like she's moving on. Alright, let's have a look at what this guy's rundown was. Let's see if I can get this up on screen. Windows capture. Okay, if I move that up there. Right, so the quality of this is terrible. So what did this guy get? Yes, observation of personality and behavioural. Background music on. Right. I Thinks itself as a good thinker in the sense of relying on or trusting in. So that's the exact same. Personality or sense of. Maybe whoever this guy is. See, that's identical. Seems to enjoy being given a problem. Yeah. See, it's just generic. It's just a generic thing that everyone can relate to. More cuddly parts of life can sometimes offend others. See, this bit was different. Serious about relationships, seems quite committed and family focused, pretty straight-laced. So there's probably only a few variables in this. I don't think this is a front. Dependable and committed, but lousy in bed. Well, he didn't say that about me. Very sensitive soul, did not say that about me. Being kind and enjoying life as it comes. So I suppose the bits that were accurate to me were, because he didn't say any of this shit, which is definitely not accurate. Seems to be very unhappy when conflicts are brought up, would prefer to be left to their own devices and have their own space rather than exposed to arguments and disagreements. You see, that's the opposite for me. Claims to treat body well, not necessarily clean or type, but knows what's good for self. Yeah. Okay, so it does change, which is interesting. Alright, let's get rid of this. So, the next thing that I do have lined up, because we only played like fucking, 10 minutes of Shattered Memories, is the Panzer Dragoon demo that came out this week. Anyone knows me knows I am a huge fan of Panzer Dragoon. Right. And this demo has been quite controversial. Fucking hell, I can't even get the window to grab it. Where is it? Windows catcher. Is it? No, it's not that. What? See, like I was doing this earlier, and it was a fucking nightmare. Okay, great. I think that will be it. Okay, it just works. Yeah, I was messing around with this earlier. I didn't actually go into the game, but it locks the mouse in, so I can't get out. But yeah, when I was a kid, I loved this game, and I still do. The entire Panzer Dragoon series, especially is why everyone who's a Panzer Dragoon fan considers this the best. The Saga is its own thing. But yeah, I'm quite excited for this because I think the same company that made this, looking at the bottom, see I remember the name, they made let's turn this down a little bit. Oh god. The modern games. Got all this bullshit. Yeah. So they made the remake of the first Panzer Dragoon, which I thought wasn't amazing, but it was decent. Gameplay settings. Alright. In-game HUD, right, normal, mode, classic, modern. I mean, the fact that it doesn't tell you what those are, it's like, I don't know what choices I'm making, but fine, whatever. If we got anything sound settings, no. Ooh, original soundtrack. Okay, it's already playing. Yeah. So this game was huge for me. I remember when I was like, maybe 8 or 7 years old, we had an English class, and I didn't own this game for the longest time. I had a demo of it, and it was like the 3rd level in the jungle, and in this English class we had to do creative writing, and we had to write a story, and I just transcribed what happened in the Panzer Dragoon level, and I got a really high mark for it. The woman was like, oh, it's so inventive and like all this stuff. But I remember her mocking me because I've wrote this. It was like a page long, and it was just transcribing what happened in this Panzer Dragoon level. But I didn't put any punctuation. There was the whole thing was one long sentence, and she read it out to the front of the class and mocked me for it. She was like, "What do you think's wrong with that?" And I was like, "Mate, I don't fucking know. Like, you tell me." And yeah, apparently no punctuation. Thanks. Alright, we're in. Okay, I can change the dragon. I mean, the Lorak one is the hatchling, but I'm going to go with the Windrider. But yeah, people moaned about this. Apparently, it's fucking awful. So I'm going to be quite interested to see it. Because it's a remake of an incredible game, an incredible forgotten game. Initially, it looks quite good. Right. Ah, yes. So one of the things when I play other on-rail shooters is the triggers, and like I love Rez on the Dreamcast, for example. In fact, I think I might prefer Rez to Panzer Dragoon, but that's debatable. In that game, when you press the triggers, it doesn't. I can't remember if it does anything, but one of the things I love about Panzer Dragoon is the 90-degree turning on the triggers, which I've never seen in any other on-rails game. And it's so good. No, I know they updated this demo from when it was first released. I mean, floating asset there is not great. Yeah, I know they updated this, but I think it's pretty good. Multiple paths there, from what I remember. I mean, it's... I could be super critical. It is... It doesn't have the flair of the original. The original, like, with the Mobius artwork and the limitations of the Saturn gave it this insane, like, otherworldly future, like, I don't know, it's like an Eon Flux kind of, like, weird vibe to it, which this has lost a little bit. So in the original, this is the bit when the dragon first starts flying, and it's really epic. There, it was just kind of a bit flat, so... Yeah, it's definitely better than the first Panzer Dragoon remake, which I quite liked. Played that on the Switch, of all fucking places. I don't know, like, I emulate everything now, so if I want to play Panzer Dragoon, I'm just going to play Panzer Dragoon. Because that's the weird thing, I don't know who this is for. Because is this really going to bring a new audience in? Maybe it will. Maybe there are, like, a lot of, I mean, the disappearing assets when they thought was not great. One of the other things I'm seeing is people are saying, oh, it's only a demo, you shouldn't really judge it. And it's like, well, that's the fucking point. The reason they put this out is because they thought it was good enough to be judged. I always find that argument so fucking stupid. Turn this down a little bit. You know, I keep thinking about Silent Hill, and it's actually... That game was really disappointing thinking about it. Especially when I, like, read the other person's synopsis, and it was basically just the same thing. But it's... all of those choices in games are smoke and mirrors. God, this feels like insanely loud on my end, whereas Silent Hill is really quiet. Okay, right. No, there's a way to do... That's it, that's what I was looking for. Is that okay? I mean, I wouldn't walk underneath that personally, but I don't know, it's like, I'm hesitant to say it's good, because I'm sure if I played the original back with this, it wouldn't look good, but at the same time, I can't fault this that much. I think the original Panzer Dragoon remake was made in Unity, and at least this doesn't feel like it's Unity. I love that 90-degree turn. If only Rez had that. All right. And I think this is like the end of the demo as well. I mean, I know it is for a fact after this. I guess this stream's just going to be... I'll just load up the original Panzer Dragoon for comparison, because I haven't played that in a long time. Right, can I... So I think these guys also did a controversial House of the Dead remake, which I was kind of interested in, but obviously with HD TVs you can't, unless you're on the Switch. But then the gyroscope aiming on the Switch is fucking awful, so I didn't bother getting it. But I was kind of tempted by that. Right, I think. Yeah. It's, yeah. What did I miss? Enemies miss 35. Yeah. Did they put the evolution thing in the demo? I'd be surprised if they did. It's nowhere near as bad as what... So what are people actually saying about this? Jesus, getting locked into it. Oh my god. Right, I haven't got a Chrome window open. I thought I had. Right, I know. I've always got to be careful when I open Chrome, because I don't know like what's going to pop up in my search history. Not that there would be anything weird in there to be worried about anyway. Just, you know, someone could have broken into my house in the night and looked up something that I'm unaware of, that I'd be discovering at the same time that the audience would be. So, you know, there is that. Alright, Drafgoon. That's what I wanted, communities. Oh god. It must have been... What was it? It must be on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, it must have been here. Okay, so that is one of the articles I did see. Panzer Dragoon Zwei remake is terrible, just so bad. But the developer keeps getting contract for remake. Sounds like Sega cares. I mean, it's... I have to watch this. Every time I pause... I've got to watch this video because I've got to see what the actual problem is.
So, Derek, you better buckle in because I got a hell of an episode for you guys this afternoon. That is because Forever
Fucking hell, Cyber Shell wants his voice back.
Entertainment has released a demo of the remake of Panzer Dragoon Zwei, and I am here to tell you right now that calling it a dumpster fire would be insulting to the concept of a dumpster fire, because at least that puts off some warmth that might actually have a reason to exist. This is absolutely from start to finish a masterclass in what not to do when you remake a game, even in demo format. But I am not surprised, because when we talked about the House of the Dead and the House of the Dead 2 remake from the same developers, I told you it's absolutely a soul-crushing experience that isn't worth $1, let alone the $25 asking price that they usually ask for their games. And if you know me and you know the channel, I am not someone who makes negative videos whatsoever. I am very positive, but I've been getting a lot of questions about this one, and because I am well known for loving retro Sega franchises, especially the House of the Dead, this is one I definitely wanted to make. But believe me, it's a good thing this thing came out in demo, so you can experience absolutely the
I hate this, like all this preamble. I just like, what is your problem with it?
Before you get too far involved though, do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like and subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Definitely helps us out.
Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Fuck off. Just fucking get to the point.
I'll tell you right now, there is absolutely no redeeming quality of this remake of Panzer Dragoon.
No redeeming quality at all. Okay, not the soundtrack, which is the same soundtrack.
From start to finish in the demo, it is absolutely just completely devoid of any sort of entertainment, and I will show you in just a moment.
God, this guy's so dramatic, and that's coming from me.
Forces you to. You can just literally put the controller on the ground, on your table, and you're just going to watch this thing auto-run. They basically forgot to put most of the video game in this demo, and even if it is a demo, it is so representative of what Forever Entertainment is known for making, which is to say absolute shovelware of the highest degree. If this thing was some sort of Unreal Engine student project in freshman year of game...
I'm not going to mock his voice, because I sound like this, you know, fucking East London, but degree, it's not fucking Kermit for a second.
Of the highest degree, if this thing was some sort of...
And he's sped up as well, so it's not fair. It's not fair.
That would definitely be forgivable because you have to learn somewhere, but this is something that came from a quote-unquote professional game development studio and is going to be sold for money to fans, and I feel bad for whoever actually ends up buying this thing, because trust me, it is not going to be worth 25 cents, let alone $25. And that is absolutely disappointing because people want Sega to bring out their retro games. They want to be able to buy
Yeah, but like, what is your actual problem?
I don't know why Sega would allow a developer to continue upon actually remaking these properties, because it is giving Sega a bad name, because they are Sega games in the first place, even if they're not developed remake-wise from Sega. But you will see here, I'm just sitting here doing nothing, kind of moving the camera around. So I'm going to go to a 500 speed clip of the exact area I just ran through.
Right, so his problem is the game plays itself. And he just said, I'm sitting there doing nothing.
They're not developed remakes, because it is
Swear
Sega a bad name, because they are Sega games in the first place, even if they're not developed remake-wise from Sega. But you will see here, I'm just sitting here doing nothing, kind of moving the camera around. So I'm going to go to a 500 speed clip of the exact area I just ran through on a second run, and you're going to see at no point in time am I ever going to fire at any enemy. You can get all the way through this demonstration level until the game actually stops your forward movement, and it forces you to shoot to destroy some turrets before you can continue on. This is literally the quality that they're trying to deliver, and this is something that even I wouldn't have expected from Forever Entertainment, because
I mean, that's hard to defend. And I suppose someone like me that's playing it, like shooting at the enemies, you don't really notice that. But like,
I didn't think they'd forget to actually put gameplay in. You'd have to be crazier than a shithouse rat to think that this is something that fans would want to play.
And I know, like, the initial argument, or the one that's in the back of my mind, is, oh, maybe the original was like that, but it definitely wasn't. The original was quite hard.
As you will see, I'm just continuing letting the controller sit on my table.
See, I want to be generous and say maybe they've just made it super fucking easy, just for, I don't know, like, because it's a demo, to get fans in, more of a spectacle, but...
Well, OBS does its work in the background, and I've gotten all the way up through this area, maybe gotten hit once, but otherwise not actually played the game, just watched it auto-scroll past me. And if you didn't actually have to take control here, you could have just kept going further and further, and you saw me even quit. That's how bad it was. And that, again, is absolute insanity. How in the ever-loving hell do you forget to actually put the video game in a video game? That is just surprising as hell. That would be like me publishing an entire video and actually forgetting to put all of the actual video into it. You'd hear my voiceover, but I'd think to myself, you know what, maybe we don't actually need the visuals to go along with what I'm talking about, and that again is just a level in which I can't believe a developer is actually able to stumble upon. And you'll see here, even when I actually do take control, I was looking away at my phone and I got hit once, but I
Is
think
this
I'm
his
basically
main
letting the game
complaint?
auto-scroll in and of itself. And as far as actually avoiding enemy projectiles here, they are so slow, they are so telegraphed, I don't think there's any challenge, even if you're actually trying to play the game. Let's do the first of 2 soundtrack samples. You can hear what the game sounds like, and I'll be right back with a lot more disappointment.
Right.
You can barely hear the music underneath, but it sounds like clipped out and then turned down to try to hide the clipping, bass sound effects for the explosion. And honestly, the House of the Dead 2 remake and the original House of the Dead remake are also absolute garbage tier dumpster games, but at least they remembered to put the gameplay in. It would be like just walking past the zombies, not shooting them, and the game just letting you continue to play. Luckily, on a like-end game, it actually has those hard stops, because like I said,
It seems like his main complaint is...
what sort of justification does this thing have for actually existing? Like I said earlier, the
I
one
mean,
nice
I was
thing-
saying that. I don't know who the audience for this is. I think they would have been much better off. Like, they never do this now because Capcom said at one point, like, they don't want to bring the original Resident Evil back or Resident Evil 2 because they were like, oh, the graphics look too bad. People don't give a fucking shit. They like the way those games look. I like the way all these games from this era looked, and there are some people. I used to know people that would like, they would see the original Resident Evil or Panzer Dragoon or Metal Gear Solid, or whatever, and it's like, it looks too bad. I can't play that now, and genuinely think they are the minority. But like, these companies listen to that. If they'd just done a widescreen version of Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2. Saga would need a bit more work, but they just re-released Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2 in widescreen, same graphics, maybe upscale the UI, whatever. But then Sega have lost all the assets to all their Saturn stuff, so this is probably why this has to
It's a demo
exist.
for, so everyone can go out and find out for themselves that this thing just absolutely has no reason to exist, and this is just such a disappointment. Sega has so many incredible
But
properties.
yeah,
that
that's the
could
same
be
reason we
remade,
don't
and
have
good
like
developers
a
would
Resident Evil Classic collection.
absolutely give modern audiences a new chance to play them and us a new version of the game. Because trust me, I love the House of the Dead, I love the House of the Dead 2, I love all the Panzer Dragoon games, but these remakes absolutely are a stain on their reputations, and honestly something that's just going to make Sega look a little bit stupider in the long run. And it's one of the...
I mean, this guy's very, very, very dramatic. This kills my soul. Why it's such a wonderful game and now it's been poorly remade. If I remember correctly, Sega said something a while back. They want to return to the former glory of yesteryear, all the new games. I don't remember the quote exactly, but man, this hurts. Nowadays, Panzer Dragoon Saga is kind of underwhelming. Fucking hate Reddit. Like, this guy's just like all wallowed in. I mean, it was 2 years ago. Like, this is my opinion, guys. Like, all right, great. Well done. All right, cool. Fuck it. Let's boot up Panzer Dragoon Zwei and play a bit of that since Shattered Memories annoyingly ended early. I mean, I can just see from the thumbnail in Launchbox that like the color palette is so much nicer in the original. Okay. Why? Jesus. That's not a good start, is it? It's empty. Do I not have it? Man, I really should have been prepared for this. Welcome to the Binary Order stream, where you watch me fumble around with menus and options because I don't know what I'm doing. Right, apparently I've got a controller. It would help if people could even see. I bet this don't work. We're just gonna have to jump into something else. Oh. What the fuck? That's all the binary order stuff. Why is that there? Yes, get rid of that. Jeez. Good job nobody watches these streams. Otherwise, this would be quite embarrassing. Right, capture specific window. Yay! All right, cool. Right, but now can we actually even get the game running? That fits quite nicely in there. Right, so I've got no controller. File. Why is there no like controller options? Grab mouse, save state, disk option, window. Because it said it recognized it. Right, well, I guess we're not playing this then. Oh my god. Fucking disaster that is. I swear I've got a Saturn game running on here once. Sega Rally? Anything? Oh, it says Xbox One controller configured in port. It's not an Xbox One controller. The crappy. Alright, well, Panzer Dragoon doesn't seem to work. It's really annoying that there's no menu toggle. Okay, right, okay, I can do this. Oh my god, cool. Alright, controls. Port 1 controls. Device type, control pad, yes. Oh my god. Off. Is lame. Mapped port 1, right, yeah. D-pad up. Why can I not change what this is? Oh my god. I want to quit. Oh, fucking hell, it just fucking shut down. I played this Saturn emulator. I played not Radiant Silvergun. I can't even remember what it's fucking called. I will get this to work, right? Controls, Turbo Fire. Remap files, no. Port 1 controls, device type, analog to digital type, mapped port 1, right, okay. Should just work. Why can I not, like, assign this? Oh, port 2? Cut this. Right, can I get... No, okay, right. Oh my god, right, one more time, and then I'm going to jump into something else that definitely works. Oh no, fuck it, I'll play Burnout. Xbox One controller configured in port 1. Swear to god, it better not be grabbing, like, one of the controllers that's in the other room. I don't even know why I'm trying to get Sega Rally running. Right, I've got no fucking control. Fuck off. Alright, screw it. What else we got on the PlayStation? So, let's play Shinobi. Never played this before. Right, fuck it. So this is another weird one for me. Obviously, Shinobi fan, old school Mega Drive. Never played this. Because I didn't have a PS2, so I completely missed all the Sega games that are on there. There's an Altered Beast game on the PlayStation 2 that I got downloaded. Never played that. So I have no idea what to expect with this. I can imagine someone seeing the screenshot and be like, oh man, Shattered Memories. I love Shattered Memories. And then clicking on this. And here I am playing Shinobi. Right, whatever. What's new game normal? Okay, I suppose it was just a weird menu.
Brother, I thank you for all that you have taught me until this day.
It is time for us to part, Hotsuma.
It's fucking hilarious when I go back
the way it must be done.
to this stuff, because when I was a kid, I remember everyone moaning about like the voice acting in these cutscenes. I couldn't understand because I was so young. I was like, it just seems fine.
Come. Let us begin.
Oh, this is awkward. Okay.
30 days have passed since the earthquake struck Tokyo. A mysterious golden palace has appeared in
Oh,
the
have we
center
got
of the
like a
capital,
weird like mesh of
and its appearance has brought creatures
timelines?
called Hellspawn into the city.
What's that game? I think it was called like Ninja Blade. That was like this on the 360 when it was like all ninjas and shit. I mean, Ninja Gaiden does it as well, but it was like traditional Japanese stuff, but in the future. Didn't really need subtitles for that.
The clan has come under my absolute control. And their leader makes his way here now.
And so begins the final stage of the ritual.
I wonder how they decide between he and ha for the subtitles, because his laugh seemed to be exactly the same.
A self-proclaimed sorcerer has summoned Hellspawn to wreak
A
havoc on
self-proclaimed, what a drive-by. He's not actually a sorcerer, he just says he is.
capital is all but paralyzed. I heard what happened to the Oboro. I know this must be difficult for you. The force field is spreading! We can't hold out!
We will be arriving momentarily.
Okay.
It's too dangerous to get any closer. I'll get off here.
I wonder if this is meant to be Joe Muramasa, or whatever his fucking name is. Because this guy seems a bit more feminine than Joe, as usually portrayed. No one ever talks about this game, so and it's like this was the era of Ninja Gaiden, so I'm expecting Crash, basically. Man, they are silent runners. Please fucking start. Oh my god, it's gone into a... I was hoping it would just kick into, and then the tutorial was me fighting them, but no, it's another cutscene of him fighting.
The corpses of the Oboro are being used against me.
God, I don't care.
I shall have my revenge.
I know what the argument is, why don't you just skip this, but... Maybe... Okay, great, we're in. Okay, the inverted camera isn't good. Camera is awful. I guess I'm just going to get used to it. Ooh. Right. Okay, this is actually really cool. It looks really cool. The dashing's really good. It's got like, as was styled at the time, a Devil May Cry feel to it, especially Devil May Cry 3, the way that opens. But the pink Tokyo, like cyberpunk vibe to this is unsurprisingly something I'm quite into. Music's really good as well. Because usually with these kind of fucking remakes, they go, oh, it's got to be a modern game, so we need to put orchestra music in it. But this sounds like... it's really good. This sounds like something that could have been on the Mega Drive. Cutting this up. Oh, like, the wall running is great. I might play this consistently on stream. This might be the next game. I only put it on because I'm floundering. I had no idea what to do. Look at this. Oh, okay, so you don't fall, so he grabs onto them. Okay. I also like... there's no tutorial. I'm just in. This is cool. I really like this. The soundtrack is sick. Alright. Ah! I really like that. That's really cool. This fucking soundtrack's really good. Okay, so that's how I throw the kunai. Alright, I completely missed there. And I've got nothing to say. I'm really impressed by this. Like, obviously, it's got like dismemberments. That's really cool. Like, obviously, I love Ninja Gaiden, especially Ninja Gaiden 2. But those games can be very... like, you need to be prepared. Can I block? Okay, I should not fucking press that. I was looking for a block button. Oh, right, it says a lock on. Can I block? No, there's a quick turn. Okay. But yeah, the Ninja Gaiden games, you, like... they're not casual playing. Like, you have to be very alert and you need to pay a lot of attention. This is very... this is very easy to play. It's very, I don't know, digestible is maybe not the right word, but it's just cool rather than being taxing. And the intensity of Ninja Gaiden, it's not a bad thing, but it's definitely an acquired pace where this is much more, what's the word looking for? Digestible. Consumable, but easy. It's just easy. I also love that there's no tutorial. That's really cool. Like, I'm never gonna not find that cool. Alright, can I... these guys are after me. I'm trying to get this scroll. There we go. Can I get up here? Wait. Can, but there's nothing up here. Okay. I can't go how good this soundtrack is. I thought video game soundtracks like this would just... like, this just didn't exist after 95 and before the indie resurgence of like 2010. But this is like slam bang in the middle of the 2000s, and it's got the Mega Drive sounding soundtrack. So there's got to be a way to block. Or maybe it's just that. Maybe that's the only thing I've got. Like, I can't block, but I can phase. This song sounds a bit like Soul by Code 64. If anyone is familiar with them. Oh, come on. Oh, fucking hell, he hit me with a bloody... If they up the enemy count, I think this would be really cool. Which I'm hoping they do in the later levels. Alright, how do I do this? But can I? No, that's not. That's the lock on. Can't get near it, but it's fine. I haven't used the D-pad yet, I have no idea what that does. Oh fuck. I also like that these enemies are one-hit kills. Alright, fuck it, let's do it without using the lock-on. Alright, cough. Nearly. Right, I think he sort of just fell into action. There we go. Kind of feel like I did most of the work there for her to just show up and do the last blow.
Leadership suits you well.
Ageha.
I thought he called her Ageo, whatever that thing is in hentai, where the girls go cross-eyed.
Village truly was destroyed.
You left the Oboro clan. These are not the affairs of a rogue
The
ninja.
Oboro are dead. You are the leader of nothing.
My god, the voice acting in this might be some of the worst I've ever heard.
Need your help. Leave here at once.
I do not need your help. Are those tattoos or bandages around her neck? Either way. Cool.
Moritsune! Stay back. Hosama.
I mean, what did you expect? You hit him with a sword.
Leader of the Oboro now. You must be strong. Hurry. Take the sword. Take Akujiki.
Akujiki.
Do not forget. My spirit shall forever
Was he
be
dying anyway, or did he kill him?
inside.
I kind of feel there's a lot of context missing to this cutscene. Why were they not training together? Was it like a Starship Troopers accident? What the fuck was that? Right, doesn't matter, we're back. So I had Revenge of Shinobi on the Mega Drive when I was younger. I got my Mega Drive when I was like 4, maybe 5. I was really, really, really fucking young. Then got it in like 91, 92. And I could like, obviously I was like a baby. I barely even knew how to breathe at that point. So playing some of the Mega Drive games, very, very difficult, and I could never get past the opening level on Revenge of Shinobi for the longest time. I remember once I got to, I think it's the second level, with the waterfall. My Mega Drive controller was broken as well. Fuck. I think the C button, or whatever button it was to jump on the Mega Drive controller, didn't work. But you had to press it down really, really, really hard. And so jumping in Shinobi never worked. So I was just like walking around. And so I could never get past the second level. You have to jump through the waterfall. But there was also in Shinobi, there's a double jump. If you press jump at the height of your jump. So the rare times I could jump, I couldn't do the fucking double jump either. So I could just never get anywhere in Shinobi. And that's why I always really liked Sonic. Because I could play it. Because even with a broken controller, A, B, and C all do the exact same thing. It's just a one-button game. Come on. How do I get up here? Right. You can't seem to, like, cling to these walls that are destroyed. Can I get on this? I don't want to get shot by this fucking dirt shit, so... Oh. Right, so I think I got hit by every single one of those. Yeah, how do I do that? Because I can't... Oh, hang on. Do I have to go up here? Okay. The fact that you stick to the walls is so, like, weird. Like, I'm expecting to fall... Because I just played Prince of Persia. So I think I'm just used to that. That's annoying. I was all ready to run up and slice them, and then they fucking got me before I got to them. There you go. Fuck you. This really, really sounds like Soul by Code 64. I love it. That
Rest in peace.
Hey. Okay, cool. Let's try it. Oh, fucking hell, that didn't go. Get out of the way. Missed it. It's so rare that I, like, just stumble upon a game really cool that I'm, like, completely unaware of. Why have I got it downloaded, you may ask, if I had no idea about it. I was aware it existed. I had no idea what kind of game it was, what it even looked like, or anything about it. I'd seen the box art before and that was it. And obviously, Sega fan, Shinobi fan, I was like, I'll get that downloaded, check it out. Because I've also got Altered Beast for the PS2 downloaded. I have no idea what that game's like. but it's a Sega franchise I've never played, so I just grabbed it because I recognised the name. Like, this game is so fucking meat as well. It's like you're straight in. I mean, the opening cutscene was bullshit, but whatever. The actual gameplay, like, you're straight in. There's no fucking nonsense. There's no tutorial, which I think I've mentioned like 4 times now. It's an absolute revelation. I fucking hate tutorials in games. I hate modern games where the first 6 hours is a tutorial. Right, there's something on the wall over here. How do I get to that? Oh. Where am I going to go from? Right at the beginning of the stage. Worth it. Like it's got light cyberpunk, oh fuck, elements to it. Can I charge the sword? I reckon I probably can later. The only thing it's missing, and I never like criticizing something for what it's not, so I say this more as a comment than a criticism, is, oh fuck, I wish it had Ninja Gaiden's block and counter system. Maybe it has got... Does it? No. So... That does nothing, that does nothing. So select does nothing. Maybe it has got a counter system in here that I just haven't figured out yet. But if it's just this dash... And the dash is fine. I really thought that thing would have been some kind of checkpoint, but it is not. Okay. And suck. This is much better than Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Should have just played this all along. Okay, right. Okay. Seems to be light exit. Oh. Also, as a man that is a fan of scarves, this game's doing well on that front. Probably want to call this game scarves, not that there are a lot of them. Why do I have a scarf? I can't even remember. Before stream ends, I'm gonna have to check out what the reviews of this were, because no one ever talks about this. I never hear this game being mentioned. I don't know, maybe it's like Panzer Dragoon, because I was impressed with that demo. Still kind of am, even though like it plays itself, but I think that guy is being overly harsh. It's not like a fucking disgrace, as he was saying. The whole game's like that, yeah. But this is easy. There's the man that has died 3 times on this already. Hit that thing to the one. No. Go this way. Oh yeah, I remember it because I fucking fell off trying to get that thing. What is the best way to do that? Can I get the height? Oh, fuck it, I'm safe stating. Because I want to see if I can do this. Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ, just about made that. Can I go in there? I don't even want to chance it. I do feel like that scarf would get in the way. But I suppose it's the rule of cool. Ugh. Fuck off. Alright. I've got to find out who composed this soundtrack as well. I wonder if it's the original composer of Revenge and Super. It is Code 64. It's not Code 64. I guarantee I'm going to look up reviews for this, and they're all going to be like, "Oh, the game's like 4 out of 10. It's awful. It's bland." Because every time I like a game, and I look at the general consensus, like everyone hates it. And then every time there's a game that everyone likes, and I look it up and I play it, it's fucking like bland as shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just drawn to imperfections. I only have to throw one kunai. Is it a kunai or is it a throwing star? I don't fucking know. But it feels cooler to throw two, so I'm throwing two every time. So, come on, there it is. I'm hoping, like I'm really liking this. I'm hoping there is like at least new weapons or something. If the whole game is this, and I can see why it's a little bit forgotten, surely it's going to have something more to it. Oh, fuck, get off the... Ah. The enemies in this almost feel like Parasite Eve. Stuff over there. Because I can't tell if, look, because the pickups are pink as well. Alright, that's it. For these. Why would I have two?
So the last of the vermin has arrived.
Ooh.
With your death, so dies the Oboro bloodline. Even the mighty Kabushi lies dying on the steps of Komachi.
Kobe Kabushi? Shoji Kabushi? Master Kabushi. It is Shoji Kabushi from Best of the Worst fame.
My pain, my suffering. Taste the torture that I endure!
Fucking binary all the lyrics. Okay. Oh, oh my god, I just ran off the... Oh, fucking loser. I was impressed by the sign that says skill up and it changed to kill up. I was like, oh, and I just fucking run off the edge. Alright, come on. I wish that was toggle. Okay, that's not gonna work. Ah, you have now fallen to your demise as I once did. Alright. Jesus fucking, oh my god. Right, somehow I survived that. I used that at the right time, just as those fucking guys showed up. Whoa. Alright, there's something you can do with that dodging. I saw, like, I moved around him somehow. I think if I press dodge as I'm being hit, which I'm hoping works, because that would be really cool if that's how the dodge system works in this. Okay, well, he... Fucking hell. I mean, it's a good job he's putting me back here. Come on. Okay, so if I hold to the side... Okay, so it's got different... I'm dodging... Alright, so... This is really cool. Damn it. Fuck. Oh, where am I? Where? Oh, right. Oh, god damn. Okay, that's more health. Alright. Should have probably figured that out by now. But no, I've only just figured out that the pink stuff is more health. Okay. Oh! Oh no, Perry Piper feels. Alright. There we go.
Akujiki has tasted my blood, drank of my soul, and has finally awakened.
Don't know if I love these cutscenes or not. I kind of wish they were dumber. Frank C. Can't beat those C allegations.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Wow! We're gonna get in trouble.
Just
You better put
fucking-
it back.
No, this is mine.
I can't remember the name. Film Studio Ghibli one with the two kids. Everyone finds really sad, but it just had no effect on me because I'm dead inside and too edgy for Japanese animation about two children living on the streets. What is this?
What?
Yeah, I'm just as confused as you are.
And now it craves but one thing.
I thought she was wearing a nappy.
Souls of people are made up of evil and good, yin and yang.
Right.
Yin is the collection of all the hatred and pain
When I was really young.
inside.
like really young. I think I was 6. I sort of figured out what yin yang, the symbol is, and what it means. Like the light and the dark create the whole. I thought it was like the coolest fucking thing ever when I was a kid, and I remember wanting to get a yin yang tattoo. I was like, when I'm old enough to get a tattoo, first one to get is a yin yang tattoo. So glad I didn't. In retrospect, I have had 99% of my tattoos covered up, so it would have just got covered up anyway.
I must save Master Kabushi.
You're hurt. I will look for Kabushi-sama.
Do I have to play as her? This is very, very like Ninja Gaiden if I have to play as her. A Kuchi-Kuchi has awakened. It feeds on the souls of the... A Kuchi-Kuchi shall spill the blood of your enemies, and in the end, Tate shall be the key to your victory. Yeah, this mixture of like traditional... Why is he on his tiptoes? Yeah, this mixture of like traditional Japanese stuff with like futuristic cyberpunk look is so cool.
Perhaps this is our destiny.
The edgy one-liners when he kills people are fucking brilliant. This is my destiny. Alright, come on. This is genuinely putting me in a good mood. It's fun. What's this I'm picking up? So I've got a new thing now. Oh, I thought the dog was a friend for a second. How stupid am I? Is it a Kami? It looks like the dog from a Kami. I think it's its name. And this soundtrack is not disappointing. Really cool fucking synth bit there. Jesus. Okay, good. Lost a fair amount of health there. Really well mixed as well, this soundtrack. I was hoping he was going to say something there. I didn't know what camera was there for a second. I was just staring at space. Okay. Can I come... I can. I was wondering if I can come out of it. Because I seem to come out of the dash and then have to attack. But I can... Yeah, I can come out of the dash with an attack if I press it at the right time. So I came out of the dash with a kick. That's so cool. That's so fucking cool. I'm never going to get bored of that. Pressing the wrong buttons. Wonder how it's triggered. Oh. I swear I just did a different move. It's really reactive to like the directions, which I quite like. Say that and I got stuck in an animation. So after this level, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to do a bit of reading. Because I want to know what year this came out. Because it's got to be after. This has got to be a reaction to Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, he does a kick somehow. There's definitely some aspects to this combat that I do not know yet. Yeah, that kick is really cool. Because it's not like a ninja flying kick, it's just like a toe punt. Jesus. And he took some beating. Oh, alright, that did not go well. Can I go backwards? I can. Oh, come on. Ah. Just trying to be all cool and like dodge at the last minute. I don't know what those red things are I'm picking up.
Hotsuma, let us rest in
He
peace.
looks like a kind of character that I would play in a fighting game. I love... Oh, okay.
Shirogane. Akagane.
I always loved the super speedy female characters in fighting games.
Master.
Oh, okay, we're off. Jesus.
No! No!
Oh. Yeah, if I just... Oh. Man, my reactions are fucking awful. Show me this cutscene again.
Master.
Right, let's see if I can take this fucking guy out. Oh shit, I shouldn't have. Oh Jesus, okay, that did some damage. Because he was... Yeah, the girl doesn't even... I might be being electrocuted. Very annoying. Fucking Shinigami. Right, can I get another... No. Another scroll would be really fucking handy. It's off. Oh my god, she's a fucking, like... I can't do anything.
Help us!
Right, that's him done. Yeah. This game makes you feel cool. Okay, right, well, guess that was that. Yeah, great stuff. Oh, right, let's save it there. Shinobi PS2. So let's see what they're actually saying about it. If I pause it, do I still have... Yeah, still got music, which is good. 2002. So this might be before Ninja Gaiden. So where... Shinobi. So I saw straight away, Shinobi was originally planned for the Dreamcast, but due to the discontinuation of the console, the games moved to the PS2. So Dreamcast is probably my favourite console of all time. And when it went under, the reason I bought an Xbox because I thought most of the games went there. Jet Set Radio is a big one, Panzer Dragoon. Jet Set Radio Future and Panzer Dragoon Auto on the Xbox famously. I didn't realise that some of the unreleased Dreamcast games... I mean, I know Monkey Ball was originally meant for the Dreamcast. Now went to the GameCube. I didn't realise this was one of them. If I did, I would have played this sooner. A sequel entitled Nightshade. What? Oh, I've seen this box art before. It's part of the Shinobi series. The game stars the Master Ninja Hotsuma, leader of the Ouroboros clan. So it's not Joe Muramasa. 3D action game, 8 levels, consisting of 2 sections. Okay, so we're 1/8 of the way through it already. Don't care about the story, don't care about the plot. As being a developer of Shinobi series throughout the early years, our projects have prohibited Overworks from developing Shinobi titles for the Saturn or Dreamcast. So, in 2001, Overworks, remember... What year was Gaiden? I swear Gaiden was later. Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, it was. It was like 2 years after. So this was 2 years before Ninja Gaiden. That's fucking crazy. What's the reception? That's what I'm most interested in. Eurogamer gave it a 3 out of 10. Fucking, I hate Eurogamer so much. Fucking the same website. I mean, I've hated them for a long time, but they always seem to pop up with the worst fucking takes whenever the reviews came out. Infamously, at least recently, the RoboCop one. When it was like, oh, it's hard to play with a game that glorifies the police force. It's fucking RoboCop. Anyway, yeah, no, they're pretty good. Apart from Eurogamer, like 8's, IGN's 7.8, so it's not 7.9. It's generally well received. Shinobi's basic gameplay was largely praised. Highlighted the Tate attack as cool and hyper-violent, so that must be when everyone freezes. Praised the game's overall emphasis on head-on deception rather than stealth. GameZone staff writer Steve Hopper stated that while some would want a bit more depth from a Ninja game, I think the arcade-style gameplay keeps blah 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 blah. Critics consistently mention the game's high difficulty. Maybe it gets harder. The game was described as hellishly hard by Electronic Gaming Monthly. This is in 2002 as well, before fucking game journalists became what they are now. Wayland cautioned casual gamers beware, noting that early Shinobi titles not been as demanded. That is bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. The Super Shinobi and Revenge of Shinobi are incredibly difficult games. Hopper called it the toughest game I've played in a long time. Shattered Memories was fucking hard in this. Level design was received poorly. Highlight repetitive environments. I've noticed that, but I like the aesthetic, so it doesn't really bother me. The newly introduced Hotsuma was singled out for strong praise. Smith called Hotsuma a great design, a sort of postmodern evolution of the ninja in comparison to the thoroughly traditional Joe Muramasa. How do you actually pronounce that? Musashi? Joe Musashi, that's it. Where's Muramasa? That is something. Joe Musashi. Additionally, commenting that the coordination of his moves with his appearance, blah, 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 blah. So, right, I've got to see this Eurogamer. Want to be a ninja, get some training. Want to be an overhyped slasher. Well, so that's an interesting comment, Rob. Hey, like an overhyped slasher. Like, well, the thing is, you are the reviewer. You're the one hyping this or not hyping this. So to call it overhyped, you're sort of damning your own. Like, who's hyping it if not you? Oh my god. All right, it's not a long article. Let's do this and then we're done. Resurrecting arcade legends and bringing them up to date is a great idea on paper, but it never seems to work out. I hate, and when I was reviewing video games, I did this because of this. I hate the first paragraph not actually being a review. It's either like a little history lesson or a little anecdote or something. It's like, this shit really annoys me now. Resurrecting arcade legends and bringing them up to date is a great idea on paper, but it never seemed to work. Get to the fucking review. In the real world, in fact, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel just to think of any arcade classics which have turned into enjoyable games once passed through the modern Make It 3D development process. Defender, anyone? We didn't think so. Wow, this guy... fucking god. This guy talks like a mix between a Rick and Morty writer and a Reddit moderator. 20 years before those things were a thing, or 15 years even. Somehow, though, the idea of our favourite games of yesteryear being given a new lease of life always gets us excited. Stupid. We managed to cast aside memories of Frogger and Daytona USA in favour of unbridled optimism. So I'm going to stop there, because there is the best Daytona game was the 2001 Dreamcast one, which would have been a year old at this point. And the best Frogger game was Frogger 2. One Piece Revenge, which is 2000. Both, I don't know what this website is, our Abandonware. Both of these games, at least at that point, I don't know if there's been new Frogger games. They were the best Frogger, and they were the most respective games of those franchises. So what a weird opinion. Therefore, when Sega announced that Shinobi was in line for a major facelift, our reaction was definitely veering towards old cool. I mean, don't get too excited there. End of the scale rather than drop the 3D engine and step away from the old franchise with your hands where I could see them. This guy, this review is unbridled cringe. Perhaps unsurprisingly, our optimism was once again misplaced. Does he still? He's a contributor. He still work for Eurogamer. Former editor. As a former editor of Games Industry Biz, I remember that website. Spent several years living in Japan. And probably still has a mint condition Dreamcast Samba de Amigo. So he worked up until 2012. The Guardian, The Independent, Eurogamer. No longer active here. Follow me on Mastodon or Blue Sky. And he's taken me to Twitter, so... Oh, okay. Does this... I'm just trying to fucking... Right, if I... Because I've never used Blue Sky. I don't know how this works. I just put that in and it would just go. Okay, apparently it does. Right, or maybe he's active on Mastodon. I thought Mastodon was like... I don't know what I thought Mastodon was. Political science, studying populism and polarization, conspiracy beliefs, and the political impact of social media. Former journalist. Alright, so he's dropped all this shit. I mean, I'm not gonna... Whatever, let's get back to his thing. But ninjas are cool. Those who remember the original Shinobi titles will recall that they were entertaining, hugely unforgiving, and often bastard hard. But ultimately very satisfying games to play. There wasn't a lot of complexity or depth there. I'm not going to argue with this, but I disagree with it. For the most part, levels were defeated by a combination of lightning-fast reflexes, and learning of the positions of enemies by heart. Any update of such formula into a modern game would need quite a bit of rethink to make it work. I would love to have seen this guy's review on Ninja Gaiden. After all, even though it's fun to go back and play through the original Shinobi now or on an emulator, you'd hardly pay £40 for it. At first glance, it appears that Sega have done almost exactly what's required with Shinobi, and the game is initially very promising. There's a hokum plot about a clan of ninjas, a golden palace appearing in the middle of Tokyo, some evil ninja blokes. Oh my god, I hate like the Englishification of like writing. Yeah, I get it. You're probably from like Surrey, but you don't need to like put that into like your writing. And more undead ghoul type creatures that you can shake a katana at. Like the only person where I'm stuck on that, I really hate the sort of like English ladification of the English language. The only time I've ever liked it is when Tom York occasionally does it in Radiohead. But even then, he's just referencing like weird English idioms. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but he does do it. It'd be like me in Binary Order. Like all my references are like to Essex in East London. So stupid. Where were we? Evil blokes and more undead ghoul type creatures you can shake a katana at, man. This guy's fucking writing is just cliche after cliche. Right, and then there's the lead character himself, Hotsuma, who not only bounces around like a ballistic bunny rabbit, but also does a fine line in tortured hero dialogue and posing dramatically at appropriate moments in combat. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, or okay? It's just something you brought up. Unfortunately, once you get past the fine window dressing, everything starts to fall apart. First thing to note is that the graphics are bad. That's not true. Really, really bad. Not true. Hotsuma is beautifully animated from the balletic grace with which he moves around to the red scarf which flows around behind him, but the environments he prances through are uninformally bland and repetitive with dull texture and lightning. Each level are made up of prefabricated chunks, so you find yourself running through sets of identical rooms and corridors on each stage, and aside from a certain crispiness to the textures, very little here that couldn't be done on the PS1, apart from the size and the speed and the controls, and the game. Yeah, nothing that couldn't be done on the PS1. It's not even that it looks first generation PS2 title, horrific jaggies and all. I am playing it on an emulator, so I can't really comment on this, but it is absolutely not a bad looking game. It's actually very close to a step back from that. Fucking hell. Alright, so there's only 2 more paragraphs. Then there are the enemies. Okay, we fully accept that any game this type involved being attacked by hordes of identical enemies, but the lack of variety here is mind-numbing. Some enemies have a few different death animations, most don't. All of which consist in being split in half by a sword, sliding to the ground. In true ninja style, this doesn't happen as soon as you kill the enemy, there remains blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, right, great. Talks about Jedi Knight 2, which is a fucking completely different thing. In gameplay terms, we can see what Overwatch were trying to achieve, namely keeping the gameplay faithful to the original whole. Whatever. You were throwing nice. In Shinobi, strangely, the comparison that came to mind though was Devil May Cry. Funny enough, I did say that when it started. Capcom game contained many of the same elements. One poser against a horde of evil things armed with a sword. Because it's like these games at this time were meant to make you fucking feel cool. That was the whole point of them. They're like power fantasies. And we've completely lost that with modern video games. Because of this fucking attitude. DMC had beautifully designed interesting environments. I don't care. Frankly, we're hugely disappointed. We were. Okay, well, so I suppose you speak for everyone at Eurogamer. This utterly botched effort by Sega. Man, like, between this and the Panzer Dragoon fucking video. Sega can't catch a break today. What should have been the revival of a classic franchise has been turned into a poor rip-off of a Capcom title that wasn't even the dog's bollocks. Oh my god. Stop it. Rob Farley, stop it, alright? Stop it with this fucking... like, when you talk about fucking tea, crumpets, and like... thing like pie. I don't fucking know. I hate the UK. The people at Overworks responsible for the stunning rendered movies and the grace of Suma's design and movement deserve commendation, but the designers who took those elements and wrapped them in such a completely abysmal game should never be let near another beloved franchise again. Rent this game if you're a huge Shinobi fan. Fucking hell. So, let me just see who did make this. Yeah, Overworks did it. I don't know why he's like, oh, Overworks, and then someone else took it. Overworks did the whole fucking thing, apparently. Valkyria Chronicles, Seventh Dragon, Sakura Wars, nothing. I've played Wonder Boy Monster. I recognise the logo. I think I've played more. Oh, it's AM1. That's why I fucking recognise it. Alright. Well, thank you for showing up to the Shattered Memories finale, which then turned into not being able to get my Sega Saturn emulator to work, which then turned into playing Shinobi, which then turned into reading Rob Haley's awful review. Let's get rid of this because you see the underbelly. Yeah, thank you for everyone that showed up and everyone that watches this after the fact. And I will see you next time, this time next week.